Hello guys, so I am cleaning one of my felt hats, and it was a floppy hat. This one was not blocked by me. This is an old hat that I had, and for some reason this hat had got all type of lint and a lot of other stuff on it where it wasn't presentable where I would wear it. So what I did, my first attempt with anything is always I would take the hat and wet it in warm water. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sponge, because it's kind of like some white something in the hat that's been right here. So I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to try and buff all of that out. Okay, so remember how we kind of talked about, like, if you get a hat and if whatever is glued down to it, you know, a lot of people don't like their stuff glued. They like to be able to have the option to just, you know, pop that off. And even though if I want to, I can just cut it off, but I'm not. I'm just gonna leave it on there because this is not a hat that I blocked. This is a hat that I already had, but it's kind of just been in storage and kind of got a lot of little something on it that's like just don't look presentable for me to want to wear. Kind of look a little dusty, dirty, or whatever. So this will be my attempt, and then I'm gonna shape this into a fedora once I get it cleaned away. So these sponges is on Amazon. Okay, they're on Amazon. So the reason why I'm doing this way first, I need to get all whatever that is that landed on the felt and kind of got it looking like, I don't know, white chalkiness. So that's why I'm doing this. And these hat cleaning sponges is on Amazon. So I just run the sink with warm water, and I just run it on that with a little touch of dishwashing liquid and kind of like swish it around. And it's sewn on 4-way. I might wind up getting rid of it, the band, taking it off. So, and replacing it with something different. So yeah, if you want to redo your hats and take a floppy hat and shape it into a flat fedora hat with no wire, remember the shellac, and they do have that on Amazon, or you can get it from a hardware store. It's like a paint. I think it's something to do with paint, but it's like a clear one. Okay, so you can get that. So we're going to restore this hat, but I'm just going through the motions now of putting it in the hot water and trying to get a lot of that, whatever that is that landed in the hat, to bring it back to that beautiful maroon that it was. Okay? All right. So y'all know I like to do a little story time. Okay? So I've been looking at a lot of these videos where these men is going on dates with women, and you know, they go on a date and then they coming back sharing experience. She stink or however, whatever. You know, they going to share these experiences, and then still talking about they still, even though she had that smell problem, you know, they still, I guess, can hold their nose and continue to go forward with it. And I said that says a lot about you. You know, that you really don't care about yourself too much, that you will continue knowing that this person's body odor ain't right, and you will continue to go ahead and, you know, and I get it, you know, if you're dating somebody and you plan on dating them, and this particular day, she, you know, him or she might not smell fresh, not that that's ever okay, because you should know about, have all your, you know, you should be ready if you going that far. And your hygiene, that's why it's like, you know, just pay attention to that. So it's like, I want to give a warning to a man or to a woman to know that these is them type of people. Okay, so if you get a man and you dating a man and him and you talking, and say, for instance, if he was married before you, or if he was in a relationship before you, and if on y'all first date he can sit there literally dogging that woman out, telling you her darkest secrets. You know, she had sleep apnea, she slept with a sleep tap machine, oh, she, just know, when you and him not rolling, the next date he go on, he gonna be talking about you. And vice versa. If you meet a woman and she's gossiping about her ex to you in full detail, forewarning, when you and her over, she gonna do the same thing for you. But one thing I like, you know, what I've learned in therapy, I think when I was young, I used to share a lot of personal stuff, not knowing any better, and not realizing that that was your past. If you're done with that, you don't got to regurgitate that to a new partner you're potentially seeing, because it don't do nothing but damage the wound. Because if y'all get into a predicament, and if he can reach back and say, oh, that dude did you like this, but look, I just didn't take the garbage out, and you know, turned up tenfold. That's why you keep a lot of your past from a relationship. You don't need to share that with your new partner, you know. And I like the fact, you know, you get some of these men. I love an alpha man. And I love a man that got his stuff together, that he don't do. He's a no tolerance on bullshit. Like if he got kids or baby mama or whatever, all his shit is lined up. He don't play mind games. You know what I mean? He demands order around him. Okay, he just not with that. You know, he don't do the pettiness. He don't do the bullshit. And when you around this man, it's just a sense of peace. It's just certain things he don't do. You know what I mean? And I like that. Like they not gonna, baby, I don't want to hear about that. That don't have nothing to do with me. And I ain't gonna learn nothing. Or, you know, in no type of way benefit from this conversation while we having it, you know. And then if you try to get all, if they was married, what happened with you and your wife, and what happened, this, that, and then he'll tell you, listen, that was me and her relationship. That's over. Me and her no longer have a relationship together. I'm focused on you. So it's not even important for me to tell you that. And furthermore, that's not your business. Because, you know, women be nosy and want to hear all this so they can go around, for some reason, researching the damn lady. Why? You gonna date her? Why you want to learn about this woman, his ex, so you can go look her up and research her? You know what I mean? Stop doing crazy stuff. If you're into somebody, be into them. Respect the boundaries, but watch who you're dating. You know what I mean? And hygiene goes, you know, everywhere. If y'all been out all day, this, that, and that, you get to that point, you know, take care of your hygiene on each part. You know what I mean? Take care of your hygiene on each part. Like me, I'm a super like, like if I've been out to dinner, whatever, like, nope, I gotta go brush my teeth. I don't want no kiss. I got, you know, I'm not a person wake up in the morning. I don't want to smell no, you know, I've been my partner forever. Hygiene is everything to me. Before we get, nope, let me go freshen up. I've been going to bathroom. You know what I mean? You've been going to bathroom, and, you know, I don't know. You know, some people, when they real close and when they love each other, a lot of that stuff don't matter. But, you know, it's just depending on the person. But, like, I'm a super, you know, hygiene is everything, and my partner is too. So he's, you know, always showered up, smell good. You know what I mean? It's just, and he's the type, he's like, baby, them scents, certain scents, you know what I mean? Just as a trigger. Yeah, but just know who you're dealing with, you know what I mean? And if you get somebody like that, that they can get on social media and do an interview about a date they had, that is a petty motherfucker that can do some stuff like that. Because a real man ain't got time to sit up on the internet and gossip about a situation that you still went through with. You should be embarrassed, because that says a lot about you. So just remember who we dating and what we doing. And stop allowing a man to gossip with you about another woman, because he is going to gossip about you when he's done with you, and vice versa. Stop letting a woman gossip with you about her ex, because when you and her is over, she is going to gossip about you. Okay? That's why when I tell, if I share a story or something, it's just a, you know, a story, enlightening. And one story I told was a goddamn joke, and it went left. But, you know, I don't never really try to expose the person, I guess. You know, you just tell them a story, you know, and going from there. Like, it's not done in a vengeance way. Like, I'm not doing it in a way to be malicious and hurt that person. It's more or less a healing process for me, but not as me trying to literally you know, destroy this next person, you know, reputation or something like that. That I don't have a malicious intent when I share the stories, you know. It's healing for me. So when I'm sharing the story, it's healing for me. So it depends on how, because, you know, some people can share stories, and I can tell that when they're sharing these stories, they're not doing it malicious. You know, they're not doing it in a malicious way. They're doing it as a, you know, a learning process. So if you want to restore your felt hat and it's all dusty, dirty, and it is going to shed, you is going to start getting off layers, and that's normal. So yeah, just put it in the hot water, and now I'm just going around it, getting, you know, all of the particles that was in there out. I'm gonna brush it. So this is in the wet stage. Now I'm gonna take it and sit it on my block. We're gonna let this dry, and then once this hat totally dries, I'm gonna shape it. Okay, once it totally dries, I am going to shape it, okay, into what I needed to do. And then what I will do is stiffen it, because this was the floppy hat. So now I want to change the shape. I don't want it to be floppy. I'm going to shape it into a fedora. So you say you pinch the sides in right here, but the hat it needs to be on the block. It needs to dry on the block, because it's right now really, really floppy. So I put it on there, and then when I stiffen it, and then y'all will see, because y'all see right now how it is. It's a floppy hat, and we'll come back to that point. So that's how you will clean, restore, and I'll put the stuff on here. I need to get a hat block. Oh, it's not over there. Yeah, but just be careful with who we share sensitive information with, because, you know, and if you're meeting somebody that's like that, keep your eyes open if you don't want to be their next victim. So with that being said, you guys have an awesome day. I'm getting better with my throat. It's getting a little bit better, but I know y'all still hear the raspiness. So that's probably all the time when I was having this raspy type voice. It was, you know, my voice was acting up again. So, but mid-summer, I'll be getting a surgery to get my tonsils removed. All right, guys, toodles. Okay, so I got it on the block, and I'm just kind of buffing a little bit more off, because remember it had all that fogginess that was to it. So when you got a genuine felt hat, and when you start to reshape it, don't get fearful when you start seeing all this. When the felt, when you got it in the moisture stage and it start to do this, don't be alarmed, because that's what it'll do. That's what it'll do. You'll get that shedding of the felt coming off. So it's on a block, but if you don't have a block, you know, you can shape it with the steamer. But first, this hat needed to be clean, so that's why y'all seen me first clean the hat. So now I'm just making it conform to this block. But yeah, so then after this, when y'all see me, like once this dries, to get rid of all this, I'm gonna do the burn method. I'm gonna burn it and burn all this loose felt off. But now I'm just trying to reassure that all of that fogginess is gone. So you'll go, you want to get your blocks, put in hat blocks. I got a lot of my stuff off Estes. Estes is the place. And then I got some new hats coming in that I'm going to be making. And I'm going to share the vendor, because we finally got something amazing going. So I'm going to share where y'all can go. And she's out of Chicago. Okay? And y'all can get y'all hats like right away. And she has a huge selection of hats. And these is for the hat makers. Now, if you want to just buy your hats, then that won't be for you. These is genuinely, you know, when you're making your hats. So, you know, I didn't graduate to making my hats now. I'm not buying them anymore. Now, this is an old one that I purchased before I got into the hat making a long time ago. And it just was laid up in storage, and I realized how dirty and unwearable it was. So I wanted to restore it. So we're going to let this dry. And we're gonna sand it. So it's still wet. I'm not gonna keep messing with it. So I'm gonna let it dry. Then I'll sand this. Then when y'all see me do the burn method, and then we will stiffen this to make this a stiff one. Okay. With that being said, look at my hands. You guys have a great day. Toodles.